Oh, hi, cutie pie. Let's have a fun conversation. Hearts. We're making conversation hearts. Welcome back to a fresh, fun, and flirty episode of Laugh Cry DIY. Today, we are crafting for all of the lovers and all of the haters in the world. Here's the thing. It's February, and my friend is getting a divorce. And we're throwing her a divorce party, and you know I had to DIY some decor, and I have been dying to make giant conversation hearts, but we gotta give them a little dark twist. So come along as we process our emotions with $20 worth of Posterboard. So here's the thing, if you wanna make giant conversation hearts, there's a few ways to go about it. You can buy these styrofoam cake molds, which they have online. They're too small for my purposes, but they are cute. You can also get giant hunks of styrofoam and carve your own. Here's the problem. It's raining in LA and I can't cut down large foam pieces to fit in my car in the rain. So instead, we're gonna hack it with Posterboard. And this is what you need to do. Create your first template. If you guys didn't know, an easy way to make a heart is to draw a square and then add 2 Mickey ears. So you can see here, it's kind of like a square of a diamond, and then I added 2 Mickey ears with a plate. So I'm gonna start by tracing this out. And here is the little tray that I use to make the Mickey ears. I find it easier to put something hard so that you can fully score around it. Oh, I need a cutting board. This is my cat Baguette. She loves to help. Not today, my darling. Now, just because I'm ridiculous, conversation hearts actually have rounded tips, as you can see it here. So I'm just gonna cut off those tails real quick. We're tracing and we're cutting. And what did you know? Oh, we have a bunch of them. So here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna have your bottom layer. You're gonna have a strip of foam as thick as you want. And we're gonna tape that around the bottom layer so that you have a little, basically a box, and then you top it with that. So you need to decide how thick you actually want your hearts to be. I think I want mine to be about 4 inches. Like this. You can actually cut like halfway through and then more ASMR. Now here's the thing, this on its own does not bend or fold, right? It's just like, so here's the secret trick. You take your blade and you cut halfway through a bunch of little scores. You just score the whole thing, and that allows you to make it even into a circle. Fun fact, this is also like how they cut wood when they need to wrap it around something. You just do these little scores. Make sure you don't cut all the way through. You only want to get the top portions. And I just do these by hand really quickly all the way down. Alrighty, now we are ready to build our heart. So you're gonna take the base and you are going to, like I said, wrap it around here. And you could hot glue the edge, you can attach it however you like. I am going to use strips of duct tape to tape inside of it, if that makes sense. But first, let's cut a bunch of little strips of tape. It'll make your life easier. So basically you wanna like press it tight to the edge and get that tape down. This is heavy duty duct tape. Ready? And I can see I'm gonna end it right at the end here. Alrighty, see? Let's do the other side. White on white on white with very high brightness. What a great idea. Now one thing, if you want it to be super bendable, cut those score lines really, really close. And you can kind of like crack them open a bit. You don't wanna like pop them open because they'll rip, but you kind of can separate them to articulate them a little bit more. Guys, ASMR, light cracking to separate these so that they can articulate more. Now, do I insist on having slightly rounded bottoms? Yes. Is that gonna make my life harder? I might be losing the war, but hey, look at that. Oh, I got a heart. Now, we're gonna add a heart on top. And I have decided we are gonna tape this on the outside. We're gonna tape the hell out of it. Then we're gonna go over it after with spackling to smooth everything out. Now look, when you're going around a round thing, it's good to do a lot of short little strips and bend them over that way. That way you won't get a ton of wrinkling. I didn't do that, but you should. Ooh. And next, we're gonna do more white on white on white on white. I want this to have the texture of a candy heart. You could totally like do these really neatly and paint them, but I do want it to have the texture of a candy heart. So I'm gonna take some beautiful lightweight spackle. This is like the texture of basically whipped cream. And I am gonna ice this cake, baby. This way I can go right over all of that tape and just fill it in nicely. And this is truly just like icing a cake. You wanna have some smooth lines as you can, but we will go in and lightly sand afterwards, just to make sure everything's nice and smooth. Alrighty, you can see the front. I'm gonna work on the side, and we're gonna come back when this bad boy is dry. Oh baby, we're back. I have a 220 sandpaper. I'm gonna sand this down real quick. JK, I kinda already sanded it down. So I have a heart, and I got a whole stack of hearts. Okay, so I have various sizes of these, and what I ended up doing was taping the insides and then taping around the edges, but I knew that there would be a tape line around the edge, so I did the spackle to try to smooth that over and create a more flat front, if that makes sense. It's kind of a pain, and I kind of regret it. But hey, we have all these bad boys now. So we're gonna start painting different colors. We're doing pink and purple today. And if you're wondering, yes, I'm wearing the iconic Britney Spears Dump Him shirt. She was paparazzi'd in this shirt in 2002, post Justin Timberlake breakup. And my lovely subscriber Devin sent it to me, and it felt perfect for a Valentine's Day episode. So here we have our lovely bubblegum pink paint. I know it's coming out lighter on camera, and I'm gonna do the good old trick of adding some baking soda to it so that it gets a little bit more of a gritty texture. Wait, we should put something down, hold on. Purple time. Oh no, we've got a visitor. Stay there, kitty. Alrighty, these are so beautiful. They look like candy cakes. FYI, this method you can do to make any giant shape you want. So like for the holidays, if you wanted to do like giant gingerbread men or cookies or whatever, any sort of large food item, you could paint like this. Okay, let's dry. And as you can see, they have dried and they have passed the cat test. Ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. Alrighty guys, it is heart message time. I have come up with quite a few little fun things. Like I said, this is for a divorce party, so we're celebrating breakups and all fun things. And we are lightly eyeballing the center here. I just have a little bit of chalk, which makes it super easy to wipe on, wipe off. As I'm trying to do this upside down for you, I know my filming is not great. The good thing is this wipes off so easily, you can trace and retrace a million times and you're fine. And I'm adding tick marks here. I calculated out my character count. When you're counting out your character segments, don't forget the spaces. Okay, wait. Okay, and you know I just love to kind of eyeball and just freestyle. It's always good to freestyle when you're doing very specific calligraphy. I think it's time to write on it. Can I show you guys what I'm writing? It says thank you next. And we also have end of an error. I will survive for never. And my favorite, bye bye bye. All right, time to paint these in. Before I do, let's talk about the fact that when people tend to make candy hearts or recreations, they tend to do a light color and then they do a darker shade of the same color as the font. So they'll do like a dark pink, or if it's lavender, they'll go dark purple. This is a lie, and quit with your revisionist history, people. If you look at old school candy hearts, they have the same like pinkish, almost magenta font across the board on all of the colors. So I don't want to be a part of the problem. I don't want to perpetuate this myth, but I do want something very fun and poppy. And what I have is this really fun kind of coral pink. So we're gonna go with that. What is this called? It's called Kiss and Tell. Very Valentine's Day. All right, I'm gonna move to the side so that we can kind of all see what we're doing together. And I'm using a very square tip brush. And again, you can always go in after, just clean up those edges. It's not that big a deal, people, chill out. Now, in honor of this sassy Valentine's Day episode, I will tell you two things that I know about relationships. Number one, if you're constantly questioning if it's the right relationship, it's not. And I will tell you my prescription, if you have broken up with someone and you're in that like crazy chaos first 3 to 6 months and you're just crazy, my breakup remedy would be to immediately sign up for a class or like a gym something class package, something that's gonna be like 90 days, that's gonna force you to go. I'm also a big fan of like, do the pottery class you always wanted to or something, but whatever it is, you have to try something new and you have to go to a class that's gonna be like a big commitment of like 90 days or something, because that requires you to commit and it requires you to get out of your head a little bit. But then at the end of the 90 days, you will find that you are in a very different emotional space. And that is my tip for getting through a breakup. Oh no, get out of here. Alrighty guys, these are done. I'm gonna let them dry. I'm gonna wipe off the chalk. I'm gonna clean them up, but I think you guys are actually ready to see the full finished product now. Well, my dears, happy Valentine's Day to the lovers and the haters. Do you hate this? Perfect. If you like this, just a friendly reminder, you can sign up for my newsletter. It is linked below. I send monthly DIY tips and inspiration. Subscribe to the channel, and in honor of Valentine's Day, please send me nudes, aka cool DIYs you've done, and anything else you guys want to send me. Okay, love ya, bye.